Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hello viewers, I Muhammad Abdul Habib. Welcome you all to Siasat-Ms intensive supplementary coaching classes. So, in this session, we'll be continuing with the chapter not-for-profit organization. So yesterday we have discussed this not-for-profit organizations. What are not-for-profit organizations? Organizations which work for rendering service to the society, not to make profits. So yesterday we have discussed problems on receipts and payments. Receipts and payments from problem number 1, problem number 2, problem number 3. Out of these 3 problems, one problem will be asked for 5 marks in the examination. Then we have started the topic income and expenditure. Income and expenditure. So from problem number 4 to problem number 10, any of the problem will be asked for 10 marks in examination. Yesterday we have discussed problem number 4. In today's class, we'll be discussing problem number 5, problem number 6, problem number 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you are perfect with these 10 problems, from problem number 1 to problem number 10, we can easily score 15 marks. The weightage for this chapter is for 15 marks. One problem will be asked for 5 marks. Another problem will be asked for 10 marks. And a 2 marks sharing question may come. So the total weightage can be worked out to be 17 marks. Otherwise, 15 marks are for sure. One problem for 5 marks from the topic receipts and payment, and another problem for 10 marks from the topic income and expenditure. Let's continue with the topic. So here is our question. Page number 126, question number 5. Following is the receipt and payment account of Manasri Library for the year ended 31st March 2020. Here is the receipts and payments account. Receipts and payments account of Manasri Library for the year ended 31st March 2020. Here is the receipts and payment. We are provided with some additional information that subscriptions amount include rupees 500 for previous year, outstanding subscription for current year 1500, subscriptions received in advance 500. So we have adjustment on subscription. We have adjustment on subscription. We have adjustment on subscription. Then again, we have adjustment on capitalize half of the entrance fees. Then books are to be depreciated at 5% per annum. And we are required to prepare income and expenditure account. So here is our solution. This is the format for income and expenditure. First, we'll be writing the heading as income and expenditure account of Manasri Library for the year ended 31st March 2020. The format for our solution is expenditure amount rupees, income amount rupees. Whatever is given as receipts in the question, it will be converted as income, and whatever is given as expenditure in the payment in the question, it will be converted as expenditure. So what were the 3 points to be remembered for solving the problem for receipts and payments? Receipts and payments starts with opening balance and ends at closing balance. And any amount of receipt or payment can be recorded, whether it is related to previous year, or it is related to current year, or it is related to next year. And any item can be recorded as receipt or payment, irrespective of its nature. Be it of revenue nature or be it a capital nature. Both the nature items can be recorded while preparing receipts and payments. These 3 points will be opposite while preparing income and expenditure. While preparing receipts and payments, we have opening balance and closing balance. But while preparing income and expenditure, we neither take opening balance nor we write closing balance. Then the second point was we can write amount belonging to any year, previous year, current year, and next year, for preparing receipt and payment account. Whereas for preparing income and expenditure account, we'll be writing only current year items. Any amount related to previous year, if it has been included, it will be subtracted. And any amount belonging to next year, if it is included, it will be subtracted. And current year outstanding amounts will be added. Then coming to the third point, revenue nature item and capital nature item, both will be recorded in receipts and payment. Whereas while preparing income and expenditure account, we will be recording only revenue nature items. Let us start the solution. So here we have opening balance as to balance brought down 4550. But in solution, we are not going to take opening balance as we are preparing income and expenditure. Then again, we have entrance fees 3,500 rupees. Also, we have an adjustment on entrance fees that capitalize half of the entrance fees. It means half of the entrance fees is of capital nature. So we are writing only half of the amount. So 3,500, half of it works out to be 1,750. So here it will be recorded only as 1,750 by entrance fees, 3,500 into 1 by 2, because half of the amount is to be capitalized. So we'll be writing only 1,750. Then after entrance fees, we have subscriptions 18,500. Subscriptions 18,500. We also have an adjustment on it. Subscriptions 18,500. So here it will be taken as by subscriptions 18,500. We have an adjustment on subscription that subscriptions amount include rupees 500 for previous year. So previous year amount should be subtracted. So first it will be subtracted here as less previous year 500. So subtracting 500 from 18,500, it becomes 18,000. Then again we have another adjustment on subscription as outstanding subscription for current year 1,500. So outstanding subscription amount will be added. So plus outstanding 1,500. Adding 1,500 to 18,000, it becomes 19,500. Then we also have another adjustment on subscription as subscriptions received in advance 500, which is related to next year. So which will be subtracted here. So less received in advance 500. So subtracting 500 from 19,500, it becomes 19,000. Then after subscriptions, we have rent of lecture hall 2,500. So it is of revenue nature. It can be shown as income. So it will be shown as income here as by rent of lecture hall 2,500. After rent of lecture hall, we have interest on investments 950. Investment is of capital nature. It cannot be recorded in income and expenditure account. Whereas interest on investment, it is an income. So it will be shown as income as by interest on investment 950. So now we are done with all the items of receipt. Now let us have a look of the items which are given on payment side. So first it is given as by salary 6,800. It is an regular expenditure, so it will be shown on expenditure side as to salaries 6,800. Then after salaries we have rent 5,250. Even it is of revenue nature, so it can be shown as expenditure as to rent 5,250. Then after rent we have investment 3,550. It is of capital nature, so it cannot be shown as expenditure. Then after investment, we have postage 1,250. It is of revenue nature, so it can be shown as expenditure as to postage 1,250. Then after postage, we have electric charges 730. It is of revenue nature, so it can be shown as expenditure to electric charges 730. Then after electric charges, we have books 6,000 rupees, and in brackets we are given with the date 1st October 2019. Whereas the problem is ending on 31st March 2020, and the books have been purchased on 1st October 2019. So here is the and we are asked to provide depreciation at 5% per annum. So here is the calculation. So we have purchased books on 1st October 2019, and we are concluding our accounts on 31st March 2020. So we have used books from October to March. It works out to be 6 months. And we have to provide depreciation at the rate 5% per annum. So the value of books is 6,000. So 10% of it works out to be 600 rupees. So we are asked to give depreciation at the rate 5% per annum, which works out to be 300 rupees per annum. And we have used books only for 6 months. So we'll be providing depreciation only for 6 months. So if 300 is the amount for 12 months, then for 6 months, it works out to be 150. So we'll be providing depreciation only 150 rupees. So which we'll be recording here as to depreciation on books. To depreciation on books, here is the calculation 6,000 into 5 by 100. This is the rate of depreciation we are providing. So 300 is the depreciation amount which works out for full 1 year. As we are using the book only for 6 months, so we will be providing depreciation only for 6 months. So here is the calculation 6,000 into 5 by 100, which works out to be 300 into 6 by 12, which is 150. Next, after books, we have newspapers 3,700. It is of revenue nature, so it can be shown as expenditure as two newspapers 3,700 rupees. So then we have by balance carried down. It is closing balance which we will not record at the time of preparing income and expenditure account. So we are done with all the items of receipts and payments. Also, we are done with all the adjustments provided in the question. Now let us do the total for it and get the answer. So first we'll be doing the total for income, then we'll be doing the total for expenditure. So 19 plus 2, 21, 21, 900, 950 plus 50, 22, 22,700, 23, 24,200. So here is the total 19 plus 2, 21, 950 plus 50, 23, 23, 700, 24,200. So the total of income is 24,200. Total of income is 24,200. Now let us do the total for expenditure. 6 plus 5, 11, 800 plus 200, 12,000, 13,000, 13,300, 14,000, 15, 16, 17,700, 880, 17,880. So the total expenditure is 17,880. So the highest of these two will be recorded on both the sides. 24,200 is more than 17,880. So on both the sides, we'll be writing the total as 24,200, 24,200. Now we'll be subtracting the least amount 17,880 from 24,200. If we subtract 17,000 from 24,000, we'll be getting 7,000. And we cannot subtract this amount 400 from 800. Then the difference amount will 17,880, 7,000. Then the difference amount 600 will be subtracted. Then the amount will be 6,400. Then again we need to subtract the amount 80 rupees. Then the final answer is 6,320, which will be recorded here as 6,320, and it will be shown as to surplus. In brackets, we'll be writing it as excess of income over expenditure. As our income is more than our expenditure, we'll be showing our answer as to surplus 6,320, and in brackets it will be shown as excess of income over expenditure. Let us continue with next problem. Page number 127, question number 6. From the following receipts and payments account, prepare income and expenditure account of a sports club, Karimnagar. Here is the receipt and payment account given, provided with some additional information. Capitalize 50% of donations, legacies, entrance fees, and life membership fees. So here we have donations, legacies, entrance fees, and life membership fees. And on all these donations, legacies, entrance fees, life membership fees, we have an adjustment that 50% of these amounts should be capitalized. It means we need to show only 50% of the amount in our solution. Then we also have an adjustment on subscription as subscription still outstanding amounted to 5,000 rupees. Subscription still outstanding 5,000 rupees, which will be added to subscription. Then we also have an adjustment, depreciate sports material and furniture by 10%. So sports material and furniture are to be depreciated by 10%. So here is our solution. First, the heading will be taken as income and expenditure account of sports club, Karimnagar, for the year ended. And the format for income and expenditure is expenditure amount rupees, income amount rupees. Towards extreme left will be writing DR debit. Towards extreme right will be writing CR credit. Let us start the solution. First, we will be completing the items of receipts. So first we have two subscriptions, 15,000. Here opening balance is not given. Even if opening balance has been given, you would have not recorded it in income and expenditure account. So first here we have subscriptions 15,000, which will be shown as income by subscriptions 15,000. Then we also have an adjustment on subscription that outstanding subscriptions for the year 5,000. Subscription still outstanding amounted to 5,000. So adding 5,000 to 15,000, it becomes 20,000. Then after subscriptions, we have donations 50,000. We have an adjustment that capitalize 50% of the donation. So we'll be showing only 50% of donations. Here it will be shown as by donations 50,000 less half of the amount capitalized 25,000. So we'll be showing only 25,000. Then after donations we have legacies. So legacies का मतलब legacies, it is the amount received by the organization as per the will of a deceased person. वसीयत का पैसा जो organizations को मिलता उसको हम legacies बोलते हैं. Legacies, it is the amount received by the organization as per the will of a deceased person. So it is of capital nature, we will not record it. But as the question has been specified us to capitalize only 50% of the legacies, so we'll be showing 50% of the legacies. So legacies amount here it is given as 10,000. So we'll be showing only 5,000. So we'll be showing it as by legacies 10,000 less half of the amount capitalized 5,000. So we'll be showing only 5,000 as income. Then after legacies we have entrance fees 5,000. Even for entrance fees it is given as capitalized 50% of entrance fees. So we'll be showing only 2,500 as entrance fees, which will be shown here as by entrance fees 5,000 less half of the amount capitalized 2,500. So we'll be showing only 2,500. After entrance fees we have life membership fees 3,000. Even this is to be capitalized with 50%. So we'll be showing only half of the amount as by life membership fees 3,000 less half of the amount capitalized 1,500. We'll be showing only 1,500 as its income. Then after life membership fees we have sports income 17,000. So it is of revenue nature as it is a sports club. We'll be showing sports income for sports club as of revenue nature. So by sports income 17,000. Then after sports income we have sundries 5,000 rupees. Even it is of revenue nature, it will be shown as by sundries 5,000 rupees. By sundries 5,000 rupees. Then after sundries we have sale of old newspapers 500 rupees. Even it is of revenue nature as we'll be selling old newspapers again and again. So it will be shown as income as by sale of old newspapers 500 rupees. Now we are done with all the items of receipt. Now let us have a look of the items on payment side. So by land 30,000, it is of capital nature as we purchase land only once. So we are not going to record it in income and expenditure. Then we have buildings 40,000. Even purchase of building is of capital nature. It cannot be shown in income and expenditure. Then we have furniture 10,000 rupees. Even it is of capital nature, we are not going to show it in income and expenditure account. But we have an adjustment on furniture that depreciates sports material and furniture by 10%. So the value of furniture is 10,000. So 10%. The value of furniture is 10,000. Furniture value is 10,000 and we are asked to provide depreciation of 10% on it. So 10% works out to be 1,000 rupees. What is the simple technique for calculating 10%? Whatever are the zeros, we have to reduce 1 zero. So reducing 1 zero from 10,000, it becomes 1,000 rupees. So we'll be showing it as to depreciation on furniture as 1,000 rupees. So to depreciation on furniture, 10,000 is the value of the furniture into 10 by 100 is the rate of depreciation. Then the depreciation amount works out to be 1,000 rupees. Then after furniture, we have sports material 11,500. Even we have an adjustment on sports material, which is to be depreciated by 10%. So again, it works out to be sports material, the value of which is 11,500. So again, we are asked to give 10% depreciation, which works out to be 1,150, reducing 1 zero from it. So which will be shown as to depreciation on sports material 1,150. Here is the calculation 11,500 into 10 by 100. Then after sports material, we have sports expenditure 6,000. As it is a problem of sports club, sports expenditure is considered as revenue expenditure to them, which will be shown on expenditure side as to sports expenditure 6,000 rupees. Then after sports expenditure, we have general expenses 2,000 rupees. Even it is of revenue nature, which can be shown as expenditure, and it will shown as expenditure as to general expenses 2,000 rupees. Then after general expenses, we have magazines 2,000 rupees. As it is a sports club, expenditure incurred on magazines is of revenue nature, which can be shown as expenditure. It will be shown on expenditure as to magazines 2,000 rupees. Then we have By balance carried down, which is closing balance, which can be shown in receipt and payment account. But while preparing income and expenditure account, we do not show opening balance or closing balance. So we are done with all the items of receipt and payments provided in the question. Also, we are done with all the adjustments given. Capitalize 50% of donations, legacies, entrance fees, life membership fees, subscription outstanding, and depreciate sports material and furniture. Now let us do the total and find out the answer, whether it is a surplus or deficit. So first we'll be doing the total for income, then we'll be doing the total for expenditure. So 20, 25 plus 5, 30 plus 20, 50, 52, 53, 54, 54 plus 5, 59, 69, 69, 76, 76,500. So the total of income is 76,500. Total income is 76,500. Now let us do the total for expenditure. 6 plus 2, 8, 10, 11, 12, 12,150. Total expenditure is 12,150. So the highest of these two will be recorded on both the sides. So total income 76,500 is more than total expenditure 12,150. So $76,500 will be recorded on both the sides. 76,500 has been recorded on expenditure side, as well as 76,500 is recorded on expenditure side, as well as 76,500 is recorded on income side. Now subtracting the total expenditure from total income, 76,500 minus 12,150. 76,500 plus 12,150. 7 minus 1, 6, 4, 350. So our answer is 64,350. Disregard from subtracting total expenditure from the total of total income, which will be shown as to surplus, and in brackets we'll be writing it as excess of income over expenditure, as our income is more than our expenditure. Let us continue with next problem. Problem number 7, page number 128, question number 7. From the following receipts and payments of C. Kalanilayam Nirmal for the year ended 31st March 2019, prepare income and expenditure account. Here we are given with receipts and payments. Our problem is related to year 2019. So here it is given as 2019. So our current year works out to be 2018 to 2019. So as the date 31st March 2019 is specified in the question, so we need to take the date 2019 as base, and the year what comes before 2019, it is 2018. So our problem is related to current year 2018 to 2019, which will be considered as current year, and any year which comes before 2018 to 19 will be considered as previous year, and what comes after 2018 and 19 it will be considered as next year. So here we are given with three subscriptions amounts, 1718, 1819 and 1920. Our problem is related to current year 2018 to 2019. So this will be considered as our current year. So we are not going to subtract the amount of previous year 200 and the amount of next year 400, as these amounts are not included in the amount of current year. Already they have been provided separately. So again, we are not going to subtract it. So here we have the receipts and payments of Kalanilayam, Sri Kalanilayam Nirmal. We are provided with additional information that outstanding salary is 500. This will be added to salaries in expenditure. Subscriptions outstanding for year 2018 to 2019, 1,000. This will be added to subscriptions as income. Then again, we have an adjustment on furniture, depreciate furniture by 10%. The value of furniture is given as 800. So 10% of 800 works out to be 80 rupees, which will be shown on expenditure side as to depreciation on furniture. Let us start the solution. Here is a solution. The heading will be taken as income and expenditure account of C. Sri Kala Nilayam, Nirmal, for the year ended 31st March 2019. And the format for income and expenditure is expenditure amount rupees, income amount rupees. Towards extreme left will be writing DR debit. Towards extreme right will be writing CR credit. So now let us start the problem. First we'll be starting with opening balance. If it is given in receipts, so to balance brought down 2,500. It is opening balance which will be recorded in receipts and payments. But for preparing income and expenditure account, we do not include opening balance and closing balance. So we are not going to show opening balance as income. Then after opening balance, we have subscriptions. We are given subscriptions amount for 3 years, 17-18. This is amount belongs to previous year. 18-19, this amount belongs to current year. 19-20, this amount belongs to next year. So our problem, as it is related to 2018 to 2019, we'll be considering only value of subscription as 4,500, which will be shown as income here as by subscriptions 4,500. As we have an adjustment on subscription, outstanding subscriptions amount will be added. Subscriptions outstanding for 2018 to 2019, 1,000 rupees will be added. So the total subscriptions amount works out to be 5,500. So adding 1,000 to 4,500, it becomes 5,500. Then again, after subscriptions, we have entertainment receipts 2,080 rupees. So as it is of revenue nature, it will be shown as income. So here we'll be showing it as by entertainment receipts 2,080 rupees. Then after entertainment receipts, we have sale of old furniture 320 rupees. And in brackets, we are provided with the book value of the furniture, which is 120 rupees. It means we are selling the old furniture for 320 rupees, whereas the book value of the furniture is 120 rupees. So we are earning a profit of 200 rupees on sale of old furniture, which will be shown as income. So here it will be shown as by profit on sale of old furniture. 320 is the sale price, less 120 is the book value, which we have subtracted. So we are earning a profit of 200 on its sale. So which becomes a gain. So it will be shown on income side as by profit on sale of old furniture, 200 rupees. Now we are done with all the items of receipts. Now let us have a look of all the items which are given on payment side. So by salaries 3,000 rupees, it is of revenue nature. It will be shown as expenditure. We also have an adjustment on salaries as outstanding salaries 500. So adding 500 to 3,000, it becomes 3,500. So on expenditure side, we'll be showing salaries as two salaries 3,000 rupees plus outstanding salaries 500. So it becomes 3,500. Then after salaries, we have entertainment expenses 1,600. Even it is of revenue nature, it can be shown as expenditure as two entertainment expenses 1,600 rupees. After entertainment expenses, we have general expenses 600 rupees. Even general expenses are of revenue nature. These can be shown as expenditure. So it will be shown on expenditure side as two general expenses 600 rupees. After general expenses, we have investments 2,000 rupees. Investment is of capital nature. It cannot be shown in income and expenditure account. It is an asset. While preparing balance sheet, it will be shown on asset side. Investment is of capital nature. It cannot be shown in income and expenditure account. Whereas interest on investment, it will be an income. So it will be shown in income and expenditure account. Then after investments, we have printing 1,400. It is of revenue nature. It can be shown on expenditure side as to printing. So here we'll be showing it as to printing 1,400. After printing, we have furniture 800 rupees. We have an adjustment on furniture as depreciate furniture by 10%. So 10% of 800 works out to be 80 rupees. So the value of furniture is 800 rupees and we have to provide depreciation at the rate 10%. It works out to be 80 rupees. So we'll be showing it as to depreciation on furniture 80 rupees. Here is the calculation to depreciation on furniture 800 into 10 by 100, 80 rupees. So now we are done with all the items of receipts as well as all the items of payments. Then we have closing balance 600, which we do not record in income and expenditure account. So we are also done with all the adjustments. Outstanding salaries 500, it has been added to salaries. Subscriptions outstanding for the year 19,000 rupees, it has been added to subscriptions as income. Depreciate furniture by 10%, it has been shown on expenditure side as to depreciation on furniture. Now let us balance the income and expenditure account. Let us find out the answer. First we will be doing the totals for income, then followed by the total of expenditure. So here 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 5, 7,500, 7,700, 7,780. So the total income is 7,780. So the total of income is 7,780, whereas the total of expenditure 3 plus 1, 4, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 6,600, 7,100, 7,180. So the total of income is 7,780, whereas the total of income is 7,780 and total of expenditure is 7,180. So highest of these two will be recorded on both the sides. So 7,780 is more than 7,180. So on both the sides, we will be writing it, the total as 7,780 on income side as well as 7,780 will be shown on expenditure side as the total. Subtracting 7,180 from 7,780, we will be left out with an amount of 600 rupees, which will be shown as surplus on expenditure side and will be recorded here as to surplus, and in brackets we'll be writing it as excess of income over expenditure. Now, hope I am clear with this. Still we have two more problems to conclude the topic. Still we have three more problems to conclude the topic. Let us continue with next problem, page number 128, question number 8. From the following receipts and payments account and other details of Laharika Charitable Trust, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020. So problem is ending on 2020. So current year will be 2019 to 2020. 2019 to 2020. So any amount belonging to the previous years will be considered as previous year amount, and the following years will be considered as next year amount. So here we have opening balance. We are also provided with some additional information. Here is the question for Laharika Charitable Trust. The receipts and payments account is provided with some additional information that subscriptions received in advance 1,500. As this is the amount belonging to next year, it will be subtracted from subscriptions amount. Then we have outstanding rent 450. This will be added to rent. The value of investment is 40,000 and the rate of interest is 3%. So this is the new thing that we are going to learn in this problem. Donations are received for prizes to be awarded by the trust. So donation, again, it becomes specific donation as it is being received for distributing prizes. Let us start with the solution. First, the heading will be taken as income and expenditure account of Laharika Charitable Trust for the year ended 31st March 2020. And the format for income and expenditure is expenditure amount rupees, income amount rupees. While writing the heading, the name income comes first and expenditure comes later. But for format, expenditure is written first, then income is written next. So first, we'll be seeing all the items of receipts. So here it is given as to opening balance 2450. Opening balance will not be recorded as income. So we are not going to show opening balance as income. Then after opening balance, we have subscriptions 21,250. And in brackets, it is given as including 750 rupees for 2018 to 2019. Our problem is related to current year 2019 to 2020. As it is ending on 2020, it has been started in 2019. So our current year will be considered as 2019 to 2020. So as the amount of 750 of subscriptions is belonging to the year 2018 to 2019, it becomes the amount for previous year, which will be subtracted from the amount 21,250. So here it will be shown as by subscriptions on income side as 21,250 less previous year amount 750, which works out to be 21,500 rupees. Then we also have another adjustment on it. Subscriptions received in advance 1,500 rupees. So subscriptions received in advance, in the sense it is the amount belonging to next year, which will also be subtracted from it. So again here it will be subtracted as less received in advance 1,500. So earlier, the amount of subscription was 21,250, of which we have subtracted 750, so it becomes 21,500. Then again, we are subtracting the amount of 1,500 which we have received in advance. So then the amount of subscription 21,000, it becomes 20,500. Then again, from which we are subtracting 21,250, 250. 21 minus 500, it becomes 21,500. So it becomes 20, 250, 20,500. So 500. So and then it becomes 19,000. So the final amount of subscription that we are going to show here as income is 19,000 rupees. Then after subscriptions, we have life membership fees 1,300 rupees. Life membership fee is the amount of capital nature as it is received only once. So it is of capital nature, hence it cannot be recorded as income. In a previous problem, question number 5, we have recorded life membership, 5 or 6, we have recorded life membership fees because there was an adjustment provided that 50% of life membership is to be capitalized. Then the remaining 50% of the amount is considered as revenue. So we have recorded there. So here nothing has been specified. So life membership fees will be considered as capital nature, hence it cannot be shown as income. So life membership fee has not been shown as income. Then after life membership fees, we have interest on investments 1,000 rupees. We have an adjustment that the value of investments is 40,000 and rate of interest is 3%. So the value of investment is given as 40,000 and rate of interest is given as 3%. 0,000 gets cancelled. 1,200. So interest on investments works out to be 1,200 rupees. Whereas in our question, interest on investment is given on receipt side as 1,000 rupees. It means that we have received interest on investment of 1,000 rupees. So total amount of interest on investment that we have to receive is 1,200 rupees. Out of 1,200, we have received interest on investment of 1,000 rupees. So still 200 rupees we have to receive as interest on investment, which will be added. So here it will be shown as by interest on investments 1,000. First we'll be showing the amount 1,000 that we have received. Then we'll be showing the outstanding amount that still we have to receive 200. So here also in bracket we can show the calculation as 40,000 was the amount of investment and 3% was its rate. So which works out to be 1,200. Of this we have received 1,000 rupees. So still we have to receive an amount of 200 rupees. So here it will be shown as by interest on investments 1,000 plus outstanding interest on investments 200. So it finally works out to be 1,200. Then after interest on investments, we have donations 10,000 rupees. Donations are of two types. Donations are of two types. General donation, specific donation. What is general donation? If the person who is donating the amount does not specify the purpose for which the donation amount should be utilized, then it becomes general donation, which can be shown in income and expenditure, which can be shown as income in income and expenditure. If it is a general donation, it can be considered as income in income and expenditure. Whereas if it is a specific donation, it cannot be shown as income in income and expenditure. It will be shown as liability side. It will be shown as liability in balance sheet. So what is specific donation? If the person who is donating the amount specifies you the purpose for which the amount is to be utilized, then it becomes specific donation. For example, donations for building, donations for education, donations for medical health care, donations for ground, etc. If it is a specific donation, we cannot show it as, it cannot be shown as income. It should not be shown as income in income and expenditure. So in our problem, we have donations 10,000 rupees, and we are given with an adjustment that donations are received for prizes to be awarded by the trust. If the adjustment has not been given, it would have been a general donation. But as the adjustment is given that donations are received for prizes to be awarded by the trust, it becomes a specific donation. So we are not going to consider specific donation, as specific donations are not recorded in income and expenditure. Even for general donation, the amount that I consider can be of up to 5,000. If it is more than 5,000, it should not be recorded. But as it becomes a specific donation, as the organization is receiving the donation for distribution of prizes, it is a specific donation, so it cannot be shown as income. So now we are done with all the items of receipts. Now let us have a look of the items of payment. So here it is given as salary 6,000, including 400 for previous year, which will be subtracted here as to salary 6,000 less previous year 400, it becomes 5,600. Then we have telephone charges 800, it is of revenue nature. It can be shown here as two telephone charges 800 rupees. Then after telephone we have printing charges 600, it is of revenue nature. It can be shown here as two printing 600. Then after printing we have traveling 650, it is of revenue nature. It can be shown here as two traveling 650. Then after traveling expenses we have rent 5,400. We have an adjustment 450 to be added. It will be added to it and it will be shown in expenditure side as to rent 5,400 plus outstanding 450. It becomes 5,850. Then we have after rent we have charities 5,000, as it is a charitable Dharika charitable trust. It is of revenue expenditure to them, which will be shown as two charities 5,000. Then after this we have balance carried down 32,550, which is closing balance, which will not be shown here as expenditure. Now concluding the problem by doing the total of income is 19 plus 1, 20,200. So the total of income is 20,200. 20,200, and the total expenditure is 5 plus 5, 10, 10,850, 10,900, 11,500, 12,100, 12,900, 13,500, 18,500. Total expenditure is 18,500. Subtracting 18,000 from 20,000 will be left out with 2,000. We cannot subtract 500 from 200, so we'll be subtracting difference amount 300. So it works out to be 1,700. So our answer is 1,700, which will be shown here as to surplus, and in brackets we'll be writing it as excess of income over expenditure. Continuing with next problem, problem number 9. Page number 129, problem number 9. From the following information, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020 of Kama Reddy Cricket Club. So here is the receipts and payments account provided with some additional information. Subscriptions received include amount 2,200 related to previous year. This will be subtracted from the amount of subscription. Outstanding subscriptions 1,000. This will be added to the amount of subscription. Provide 300 depreciation on ground moving machine. This will be shown on expenditure side as depreciation on ground moving machine 300 rupees. So in this problem we have one new adjustment. Sports material opening balance 4,000 and closing balance 7,500. So here we have purchase of sports material 6,000 and we have an adjustment of opening balance and closing balance. So this is the new thing that we are going to learn in this problem. Let us start the solution. First, the heading will be taken here as income and expenditure account of Kama Reddy Cricket Club for the year ended 31st March 2020. Let us start with the receipts. To balance brought down, opening balance 9,200 will not be shown here as it is an opening balance. Then after opening balance we have subscriptions 27,000, for which we have an adjustment that 2,200 belongs to previous year and outstanding subscriptions 1,000. So 2,200 will be subtracted, 1,000 will be added to subscriptions. So first it will be shown as by subscriptions 27,000 less previous year amount 2,200. So subtracting 2,200 it becomes 24,800. Then adding outstanding amount 1,000 rupees to it, it becomes 25,800. Then after subscriptions we have tournament fund 10,000 rupees. As it is a specific fund, it cannot be shown as income in income and expenditure account. So here we have not recorded tournament fund. On opposite side, we also have tournament expenses 4,000. Even this will not be shown as expenditure. Neither tournament fund will be considered as income, nor tournament expenses will be shown as expenditure. The difference, the amount will be shown on liability side. So as we are receiving 10,000 fund, we will be subtracting tournament expenses 4,000 from the fund that we have received 10,000, and this will be showing in balance sheet liability side. But as of now, as we are preparing income and expenditure account, neither will be recording tournament fund nor will be showing tournament expenses. Then again we have legacy 6,000 rupees. What are legacies? What is legacy? It is the amount received by the organization as per the will of a deceased person. So as it is of capital nature, it will not be shown as income. क्यों? क्योंकि वसीयत का पैसा सिर्फ एक बार आता. Then we have entrance fees 1,000 rupees. So we do not have any adjustment on entrance fees. So it is of revenue nature. It will be shown as income by entrance fees 1,000 rupees. After entrance fees, we have donations for ground 16,000. So how many types of donations are there? There are two types of donations. One is general donation, another one is specific donation. So as the donation amount is being received for ground, it becomes specific donation. So we are not going to consider specific donations as income. So this will not be shown as income. So here we have not shown the specific donation as income. Then we have sale of grass 800 rupees. It is of revenue nature. So it becomes an income and can be shown as by sale of grass 800 rupees. Now considering the items of payments, first we have salaries 8,000 rupees. It is of revenue nature. It can be shown as expenditure. So here it will be shown as two salaries 8,000 rupees. Then after salaries we have ground moving machine 4,000, on which we have an adjustment that depreciation 300 is to be provided on ground moving machine. So we'll be writing the amount of depreciation as to depreciation on ground moving machine 300 rupees. After ground moving machine we have rent 1,800 rupees. It is of revenue nature. It can be shown as expenditure as to rent 1,800 rupees. Then after rent we have general expenses 14,000 rupees. It is of revenue nature. It can be shown on expenditure side as to general expenses 14,000 rupees. After general expenses we have tournament expenses. As we have not shown tournament fund, we are also not showing tournament expenses, as this amount is to be subtracted from the fund received on liability side of the balance sheet. So neither tournament fund nor tournament expenses will be shown in income and expenditure account. Then after tournament expenses, we have office expenses 9,000. It is of revenue nature. It will be shown as expenditure as to office expenses 9,000. Then we have an adjustment as by purchase of sports material 6,000. We have an item as purchase of sports material 6,000. We have an adjustment of sports material opening balance 4,000, closing balance 7,500. So we'll be showing it as sports material used on expenditure side. Sports material used. First we'll be writing opening balance, which is 4,000 rupees. Then on payment side, it was given as purchase of sports material, which will be added. Purchase of sports material, 6,000 rupees. So already we had an opening balance of 4,000. Then again we have purchased sports material worth 6,000. So it becomes 10,000. Then we have closing balance of sports material, which is left out worth 7,500. So 2,500 is the amount of sports material that we have used. So when we are given with opening balance, closing balance and purchase value, first we'll be considering opening balance, then we'll be adding the value of purchases to it, and we'll be subtracting the closing balance. Then we'll be getting the answer of the material or that we have used. So here it will be shown on expenditure side as to sports material consumed or used. Opening balance 4,000 plus purchases 6,000, 10,000 minus closing balance 7,500. It becomes 2,500. Then we have closing balance by balance carried down 23,200, which we will not show in income and expenditure account. Now we'll be doing the total on both the sides. First, the total of income is 25, 26, 27,600. So the total of income is 27,600. So the total income is 27,600, and the total expenditure here is 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 9, 18, 18, 32, 32,000, 33, 34,000, 35,600. So the total expenditure is 35,600. So for the first time, total expenditure is more than total income. So we'll be writing the total 35,600 on both the sides and subtracting total income 27,600 from 35,600. We are left out with an amount of 8,000, which we'll be writing here as by deficit. As our expenditure is more than our income, we'll be showing it as by deficit, and here it will be shown as excess of expenditure over income. So for the first time, our expenditure is more than our income. Continuing with the session and the last problem for the topic, income and expenditure. Page number 130, question number 10. The following is the receipt and payment of amount of for the year ended 31st March 2020. Receipts and payments provided with some additional information. Subscriptions received include 1,000 for previous year, outstanding rent, printing, and value of investment. So here the heading will be taken as income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020. The format will be expenditure amount rupees, income amount rupees. So first we are given with cash in hand, cash at bank. These are opening balances which will not be shown as income. And we have subscriptions 42,500, including 1,500 for previous year. So this will be subtracted. So here it will be shown as by subscriptions 42,500 less previous year amount 1,500 will be subtracted. It becomes 41,000. Then we have an adjustment on subscription as subscriptions include 1,000 for 2020 to 2021. It becomes amount of next year, which will be again subtracted as less received in advance 1,000. So finally it becomes 40,000. Then after subscriptions, we have auditorium rent 1,500. It will be shown as income. So here it will be shown as by auditorium rent 1,500. Then again we have interest on investment 4,000 rupees. Interest on investment 4,000. Here it is given as value of investment is given as 60,000. So if we invest 60,000, we are going to get a return of 8%. So it works out to be 4,800. So out of 4,800, we have received 4,000. So still we have to receive 800. So this will be shown on income as by interest on investment 4,000 plus outstanding interest on investment 800. So here it will be shown as by interest on investment 4,000 plus outstanding 800. It becomes 4,800. Then we have donations 12,000. It is a general donation, but as the amount is more than 5,000, it will not be shown as income. Then we have sundry receipts 100 rupees. It is of revenue nature. It will be shown as by sundry receipts 100 rupees. Then we have payments. Let us have a look of it. Salaries 12,500, including 2,000 for last year. It will be subtracted and shown on expenditure side as salaries 12,500 minus previous year 2,000. It becomes 10,500. Then after salaries we have electric charges 2,600. It is of revenue nature. It will be shown as expenditure. Telephone charges 1,400. It is of revenue nature. It will be shown as expenditure. Two electric charges 2,600. Two telephone charges 1,400. Then we have printing and stationery. So printing and stationery 1,500. We have an adjustment. Outstanding printing 300. Even on rent we have an adjustment. This will be considering later. So printing 300 will be added to 1,500 printing and stationery. So it becomes 1,800. Printing and stationery 1,500 plus outstanding 300. It becomes 1,800. Then after printing and stationery we have traveling 2,000. This will be shown as expenditure. Rent paid 10,000. We'll be adding 600 to it. It becomes 10,600. So to traveling expenses 2,000, to rent 10,000 plus 600, it becomes 10,600. Then after rent we have books purchase 16,000. As we purchase book only once, it is of capital nature. It cannot be shown as expenditure. Balance of cash and balance of bank are closing balance, which we do not show in income and expenditure account. Now let us balance the accounts. The total of income is 40 plus 1, 41 plus 4, 45, 45,800, 45,900, 46,400. The total income is 46,400. Total income is 46,400 and total expenditure here is 10 plus 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 27, 800, 28, 400, 28, 900. So 28 और 2,000 ऐड कर लिए 30 plus 16, it becomes 18,000. then subtracting 500, difference of 400 and 900, then subtracting 500, it becomes 17,500. So this is our answer, which we'll be showing it as to surplus, and in brackets we'll be writing it as excess of income over expenditure. I hope I'm clear with this. With this, we conclude this session. If you are perfect with problem number 1 to problem number 10, you can score 15 marks easily. Hope you all have understood the topic. See you all in next session. Thank you. Next, first year